City Lights Coconut Porter. Comes in at 5.3% and 35 IBUs. This beer came about from consumer demand. Our base malt in this is predominantly Maris Otter, so it's got a nice richness to it in that base malt, and an extensive specialty malt bill to it as well, ranging from chocolate malt to aromatic Munich malt, deep bittered black malt, and some dark roasted wheat malt. So with all those darker malts in there, they're either de-bittered or de-husked. It's a beautiful dark beer that you get that richness from, and those dark chocolatey roasted flavors without too much of the downside of having those malts in some of those beers. We have Northern Brewer and Willamette hops in here. Very simple hop profile that kind of offsets the sweetness that we need. And then the star of the show in this one is the coconut. Each 30 barrel batch of beer, we have about 25 pounds of toasted coconut that go into both the whirlpool and the brewing kettle. So it goes in later in the process in the kettle, sits in the whirlpool before we start to drain that out and send it out into the fermentation tanks. This is a beer that we don't dry hop, so we let it ferment out fully, run it through our centrifuge into the bright tank, which is where we add grade A Madagascar vanilla beans. So we have that beautiful chocolate note in there, and the vanilla that we put in there not only accents that chocolate note and brings it out a little bit, but gives it a little more depth and complexity, which you can pick up a little bit on while you're sipping this beer. We do add a touch of toasted coconut extract to help accentuate the aroma and the flavor in the bright tank right before packaging. We are switching this to our year-round 12-ounce six-packs because the demand for it is so high. We didn't know it was going to take off quite like it did. It is one of the most difficult beers to make. I actually toast the coconut in my kitchen for each batch of beer. It's about 25 pounds of coconut, which I do one baking sheet at a time, which takes about 4 hours for one 30 barrel batch of beer. So my part-time job is toasting coconut for our coconut porter.